Okay, Commissioners, if you take your seat, I'd like to call the meeting of the Public Service Committee to order. The first item is Pledge of Allegiance. Pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Item number 3 is adoption of the agenda. Need a motion for this. Moved by Romano, supported by Leonetti. Please vote. Item passes. Public participation. Anyone from the public wish to address the body? Anyone from the public? Seeing no one from the public, we'll go into item 5A. Department recommendation, Road Department agreement with HNTB Michigan for the Innovate Mound Project Phase 1 Professional Services. Motion made by Morano, supported by Brown. We have Brian with us and some other individuals. Hello, Brian. How you doing?
Good, Commissioners. Yes, before you, you would see a contract with HNTB for owner representation services for the Mountain Road project. We have an initial phasing that's required to basically gain access to the $98 million approximately of federal grant money. So this contract is for owner representative services to get us to a point where we can access and get the money obligated for that particular grant. This is HNTB's, one of their specialties as far as owner representation. We held a request for qualifications. There were 3 firms that bid on it and submitted their paperwork. And through a scoring process, HNTB firm and their subcontractors exceeded the other 2 as far as qualifications for this particular project. So we are looking for movement and acceptance of this agreement with them.
Okay, any questions, Commissioners? Commissioner Romano.
Thank you, Chair. What's the effective date of the contract?
Effective date would be today, if we can get the approval and appropriate signatures from the executive.
Thank you. That's all I have, Chair.
Okay, any other questions, comments? Okay, seeing none, please vote. Do we need a motion for? Okay, item passes. Thank you, Brian. Start of a very big project.
Yes, we're looking forward to it.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Item 6A is a correspondent letter to MDOT. So just to let you know what's going on, we had a meeting, myself, Commissioner Kraft, Representative for Diana Farrington's office, Mike, and City Manager Vanderpool from Sterling Heights to talk about the turnaround at 15 Mile Road and Mound area, and to see what we can do that would make it plausible to save money. You know, it's a $297,000 project, so our thoughts were, how could we incorporate that into the Innovate Mound project to be a long-lasting project and not be torn up and wasted in a matter of 2 years or 3 years. Okay, so following that meeting, we drafted, all parties were in agreement and signed this letter here that would be sent to MDOT about that suggestion. You know, as you know, the previous meeting, we had postponed this to look into this a little further. Okay. Also, you have a clarification statement of fact from myself and Commissioner Kraft on your desk. I'll go ahead and read this if that's okay. Contract number 2018-779 with Macomb County Department of Roads item crossover project came before the Board of Commissioners for consideration on January 17th, 2019, was tabled and scheduled to be reintroduced in its original form, which would be today, February 7th, 2019, and then that would follow up at the full board meeting, which would be after this meeting. A memo from the Macomb County Executive was received yesterday morning withdrawing his recommendation of the item. It has come to our attention that misinformation is being spread about the letter written to MDOT State Transportation Director Paul Ajegba in regard to the crossover project item. Let's set the record straight. At our January 17th meeting, County Commissioners agreed this was a good project. During deliberations, concern about how the crossover project would be affected by the Innovate Mound project arose. Macomb County Department of Roads Director Brian Santo indicated the newly built crossover would likely be removed during the Innovate Mound Road project, and he cannot say for sure whether it would be replaced. Commissioners required additional information, so the item was tabled, and a meeting involved with associated parties was called. Brian Santo declined to attend the meeting. Mary Lane also declined to attend the meeting, states she felt that it was unnecessary. The meeting took place. Sterling Heights Representative Farrington staff person, Frank Chrysia from Corp Counsel, Crystal from our office staff, and both of us were in attendance at the meeting. We collectively discussed the issue, and it was decided to send a joint letter to gain more insight and information as to the options which would make best use of this road project's funding. A letter approved by all parties and signatories was sent to MDOT Director Ajegba on Friday, February 1st, 2019. Put simply, the intent of the letter was called attention to and to seek remedy for a possibility that a nearly $300,000 publicly funded project expected to be constructed in the near term could be removed to the scope of the Innovate Mound Road project. Any other interpretation of the letter's intent is not based on fact. So that's what's going on here, and we would need a motion to receive and file this. Moved by Romano, supported by Brown. County Commissioner Romano.
I have no questions.
Okay, Commissioner Kleinfeld?
Yes, Chair, we have three, yours and two more pieces of correspondence. Because it's receive and file, should we be receiving and filing all three of them? Or do you want them on next month's agenda?
I mean, we can put that on next month. What we have is on the agenda for today. I did get these that.
Okay, so we're not receiving and filing your letter?
I'm sorry?
The statement of fact letter, we're not receiving and filing that?
Yeah.
I mean, what we have.
I mean, let's just
the
receive
motion
and-
here is just the MDOT letter. I'm not going to go and put on the agenda three other letters that
just
were
appeared.
put here, okay? The main item is this letter to MDOT. That's what's on the agenda, and
Okay.
the agenda was approved for that, okay? You do have some other letters here that, you know, I think some of these folks want to stay out of this issue and let it be resolved at the county level, not get involved in
that's
that. I think
fine.
that's pretty clear what's going on.
That's
so.
fine, but because we have received this
Sure.
correspondence, whether it's at this meeting or the next one, we should do a receive and file on it. Thank you.
Okay, thank you. Commissioner Brown?
Thank you, Commissioner, and thank you, Commissioner Kraft, for, where's Commissioner Kraft?
He moved.
There he is. I know you're short, but you don't think you're that short. But anyway, but thank you for the meeting and setting up the meeting to clarify the issue, because there's a lot of concern about wasting taxpayer money needlessly on a good project that would have to be torn down. Was kind of foolish. It would make us all look foolish if that happened. It would be a pox in our houses, so I'm glad it's working itself out. Thank you for taking the time to do the right thing and look out for the taxpayers, because quite frankly, that'd be a real waste if that happened. So thank you. You know, if you're looking for a place to put it, though, I got a place up in Bruce Township that needs about $3 million to pave some gravel road to pavement road. So we're happy to take that money if it's available. Thank you.
Okay.
Thank you.
Thank you. Any other questions, comments, commissioners? Okay, seeing none, please vote. Receive and file passes. Any new business, commissioners? We do have a full board meeting following this. And Candace Miller will be coming to our public services meeting next month to talk about the reasons for the sinkhole. Okay. So any other questions, comments for new business? Seeing none, anyone from the public? Anyone from the public? Hi. If you could press the button too, and just give us your name and address for the record, please. There you go.
Press while I speak?
There you go.
All right.
Just hold it. Press it
I
once
can
and you're
let it
good.
go.
There you go.
Okay, this is good. All right, woo! All right, well, hello, everyone. Good afternoon. My name is Krista Nesbitt. I'm from Amoresco. We're an energy solutions company, if you haven't heard of us before. We've worked with a lot of counties and saved a lot of money on various projects, ranging from managing their assets and aging infrastructure and helping kind of work through deferred maintenance, all the way up to combined heat and power plants, wastewater treatment plants, microgrids, We do a range of things, everything energy related, of course, but we've seen a lot of success working in multiple phases with counties, and so I just wanted to introduce myself to you and let you know that I'm a resource for Macomb County, and thank you for your service. But I'll stick around and give you guys a business card, and please reach out if you have any questions or if you're thinking about doing an interesting project related to energy. We can help. So thank you.
Thank you for coming here today. Anyone else from the public? Me too.
Sorry, good afternoon, Commissioners, thank you. Just a little follow-up to the previous correspondence. I did refer, giving you both of those. There was a meeting, I think the confusion comes in the fact that, and I think it's pretty well spelled out here, you had questions regarding that turnabout. And I spoke in quite a bit of detail with Commissioner Myjack. And our Director Santo was going to get those information, bring it back to you so that you can make a, informed decision. When you talk about having a meeting, it wasn't to ask questions. Clearly in the letter, it's sending a request, moving the start date for the crossover construction is what the ask was. So there literally was an action item, not asking for information, signed by 4 people, 2 of which have sent their letters because now after getting more information and understanding the process, they have now retracted their position. So I'm just kind of want to clarify here so we understand the process. Your director, who does this day in and day out, who does it very well, is very recognized throughout the industry, brings before you a project. He always puts forth the best process, the most effectiveness, the most efficiency to do something. He doesn't bring that here lightly to you. So for anybody to think that we have to now have somebody contact the Department of Transportation because he's not capable of doing that is really sad. The executive and the department, everybody puts a lot of effort forth to bring items for you, and hopeful that you would be able to have some thoughtful questions. They can be answered, and then you can make some good decisions. At no time are they going to put you in a position that we're going to recklessly spend money. I think the big question was, can this money go elsewhere? It was earmarked for one particular project. It's use it or lose it. Most of the people we talked to understood this. The reason we didn't have a meeting was because the director needed the opportunity to get the information and bring it back so that you could all hear it equally. But to take a letter and make a decision and send it to the Department of Transportation, literally asking them to move the deadline 2 to 3 years for reasons we don't even know yet, because we don't know if there's a timeline, we don't know if it's going to be taken out, it's going to be taken, so it was just hastily done. And now we're saying there's a misunderstanding. I don't think there really was any misunderstanding, but we would like to still have the opportunity to bring the item back before you with all the questions that you have with answers so that you can make a informed decision. So I just wanted to clarify that fact. And the other 2 members that signed it after having the information have said further review, additional information being brought to our attention. It is their belief the decisions and projects are best left in the hands of the leaders of Macomb County, Executive Mark Hackle, Director of Macomb County Department of Roads, Brian Santo. They are confident that most effective, efficiently, and timely approaches will be decided. So thank you for that clarification.
Anyone else from the public? Seeing no one else from the public, move to adjourn by Drollet, supported by Duje.
Mr. Chair,
Yes.
I honestly feel that I have to respond to the.
Well, why don't you respond in new business on our next meeting? We're not in new business, we're in public participation. New business is passed.
Public participation.
We can't.
Your head over there, Mr. Kirby. Some people have. Some people
You
haven't.
can. I'm not going to allow that. We had a motion to adjourn. You can talk about that next meeting under new business, okay? Please vote to adjourn, Commissioners. Thank you. And full board will start in 10 minutes?
What do you think?
5 to 10 minutes. Thank you.